Welcome to the Mass Chef Cooking Competition. We are proud to host this special event, which is first and foremost in honor of World AIDS Day and is an artistic expression dedicated to the approximate 37.7 million people living with HIV/AIDS, and especially to the 36.3 million people who have died of HIV/AIDS throughout the years. This production is a collaboration between the Codman Square Health Center Consumer Advisory Board, Codman Square Health Center X Clinic, Community Serving, ANI, and members of the Boston LGBTQIA+ community. In 2020, the Consumer Advisory Board developed a cookbook to commemorate the HIV community of Boston, Massachusetts, and to capture the beautiful traditions and cultures that are represented in the meals that people living with HIV/AIDS eat every single day. This cookbook also provides information and resources on HIV/AIDS and helps break down some of the misinformation and stigmas that divide us on this topic. This competition brings to life some of these recipes. We hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to the season premiere of The Masked Chef. I'm your host, Jared Gucci Gray. And this series is sponsored by Codman Square Health Center and also the Codman Square Cab. Let me start by introducing our judges, Gigi, Abel, Mandy, and Belle. And now, without further ado, let's introduce our contestants.
Hi, I'm Alexa Salazzo. I grew up in Tampa, Florida, but I currently live in Jamaica Plain, Boston. My passion for cooking really came from my mom. It was a way that she brought us all together and passed down our traditions. My family's Italian, and we express our feelings and emotions to each other through the food that we cook and share together. I think we're in the middle of a pandemic right now, and I think that really makes it important to remember previous pandemics, especially pandemics that hurt populations that were marginalized and looked down upon. I am super excited for the competition. I can't wait to see the recipes that are in the cookbook and to see how my co-contestants and I cook up together.
My name is Kaisha Vanderhorst, and I am from Boston, Mass. I am a mother of two. I'm a full-time student and a part-time entrepreneur. I got my passion of cooking from my grandmother and my mother. Food always brings my family together. It's important for us to be celebrating World AIDS Day because people need to understand that HIV and AIDS doesn't only affect the people who are infected with HIV, it also affects the people who are affected by HIV. I'm a little nervous. We got some good contestants on here today, and it looks like we have some great cooks in the building, so let's see.
Hi, my name is Shamika Singleton. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Boston, Dorchester, born and raised. I love cooking. I love feeding people. My grandmother did it. My mom did it. They fed the community. So I grew up feeding the community, and to this day, I'm still doing it. First and foremost, I think it's important to celebrate World AIDS Day because I feel like sometimes people that have HIV and have AIDS don't feel accepted. They don't feel appreciated. They feel left out, and I feel like they need to feel accepted. For the cooking competition today, I'm ecstatic. I've never done anything like this before. This is a great experience. I can't wait to feed the judges and let them taste my food, and that's about it.
Yeah, so my name is Matthew Spence. I'm originally from South Louisiana, the greater New Orleans area, but now I live in Roxbury here in Boston. And I work at Codman Square Health Center as an epidemiologist in the Communicable Disease Prevention Program, which houses all of our HIV-specific Ryan White care, as well as the X Clinic and STD services. Yeah, so I mean, being from the South, I feel like it's a super high context culture. Food has always been a major part of, what I love about the South, what I miss about being home, and kind of stuff that I've brought up here in Boston. So yeah, I just think it's a great connector and a great way to get people around the table and having conversations about things that you don't always expect. I think it's super important for us to be celebrating World AIDS Day, especially with this type of event. As I was saying, as it relates to food and connecting different cultures, taking something like a topic that surrounds HIV prevention, education, and getting the correct information out there to debunk stigma around the virus, and as well as just have greater senses of care and kindness throughout the community. I think that an event like this, where we're all getting together, cooking recipes that are of, by, and for our community, is just a really great way to kind of spread that message, specifically in a non-traditional way. So I am not the best cook in the world by any means. I'm definitely more so of like a baker when it comes to like regimented recipes and having things down to a T. But again, I've worked with this community before, and excited to see the recipes that are here and kind of scope my competition as well.
And we're back. Now the contestants have been given their recipes to make, and their 45 minutes will start after each contestant comes up and gets their ingredients. Now contestants, please make sure you read all of your ingredients carefully. You only get one chance to get ingredients. All right, let's cook.
So when I first received my recipe, I was actually a little nervous because I personally am not a big fan of chicken salads. I've never made one, don't even eat them often. So really excited to kind of take on this challenge and make something that I've never cooked before.
I just got my recipe and it's a sweet potato casserole. I'm super excited. Sweet potato is one of my favorite vegetables and sweet potato pie is one of my favorite pies. So I can't wait to make this and see how it tastes.
So we just received our recipes. A bit overwhelmed, especially when I noticed that the rice needed about 40 minutes to cook, even though everything that was in the recipe had to be cooked together in the same pot at the end.
I'm so nervous that I got this recipe. I don't know what to do. I have cooked steak before. It's my favorite. But I've never had it with strawberries, so I'm really nervous. I don't know if the strawberries are gonna come out too soggy, or I don't know if it's gonna taste right.
First receiving my recipe, I definitely wanted to look at, the fruits that were in it, get them diced. I had some fresh apples that were in there. That I even, am looking to preserve as I, move through the competition, and cutting them and preparing them. Also, the dressing, is kind of something new for me as well. It's a Greek yogurt dressing mixed with honey and some apple cider vinegar to give it a nice tart flavoring there. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of, play with these ingredients, measure them out and see, what tastes good.
So I had to make something like a mixed veggie with brown rice, chicken, and a pigeon pea. I started with cutting up the cilantro, the parsley, the garlic, and cleaning my chicken, seasoning the chicken with the greens that I cut up. I then cleaned my rice, put the rice on, and then I began to cut up my veggies.
First, I peeled potatoes with the help of some of my wonderful contestants. And then I set them to boil in the water until they were soft. While they were boiling, I mixed together some brown sugar, cinnamon, and then I took the potatoes out of the water and I mixed them in with the sugar mix.
The first thing I did was rinse my steak and season and let it marinate.
While I let my steak marinate, I prepped all my vegetables and herbs, and I also prepped the strawberries. Once I prepped my strawberries, I drizzled some sugar on top. I put the steak to cook and make sure that it was getting all the flavors and nice and tenderized. As I let the steak cook, I needed to make a perfect side dish for my steak and strawberries. So I prepped my salad. I had made a spinach and arugula salad with my grandmother's famous vinaigrette salad dressing. Once the steak looked like it was almost there, I put the strawberries in, but I messed up a little bit because I put the strawberries in too early. So now as I'm noticing, I put the strawberries in too early, I just make it into a gravy, a strawberry gravy. So I made a steak strawberry gravy and I cut some more fresh strawberries up to throw it on top to give it the strawberry jazz it needed.
While I was cutting my veggies, I realized that all the food had to be cooked all together. So I needed to turn the rice off, drain it, leave it, and then cook it at the end. But then I realized that if I cooked it at the end, it wasn't going to be done in time. So that really messed me up.
I had some really stiff competition. The other competitors were great cooks. One of them was a professional chef, and I am worried about how I'm going to stack up. Their dishes looked so tasty, and you had such a great complex flavor profile. And y'all know I love sweet potato pie, but it's not quite as delicious as some of the other stuff folks were making.
There was a couple times I was surrounded by really good cooks. When I looked to the left, I seen Matt dicing his apples so perfectly. And he took the lemon juice and drizzled it over his apples. And once he did that, I knew I was in trouble.
Alexa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Awesome. What dish are you cooking today?
I made a sweet potato casserole.
Awesome. So how easy was it for you?
It was pretty good. I make sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving every year. So sweet potato casserole was a bit different, but close enough to what I'm used to.
So you feel confident?
I feel pretty good.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know how to say the last word, but I've never made it before. I'm very excited. Pulau, yes. Yes, I'm very excited.
So what's your name?
My name is Shamika.
Shamika, nice to meet you. I'm Jared.
My name is Kaisha Vandermark.
Kaisha, nice to meet you. I'm Jared. So what dish are you making today?
I'm making a strawberry steak with a side salad.
The strawberry beef?
Yes, strawberry.
All right. And you added a side salad.
Yes.
How innovative.
Yeah, because they say to top it off with your perfect side, so you can never go wrong with a salad.
That is right. That is right. So how confident do you feel with it?
I'm okay.
And last but not least, how are we doing today? What's your name?
My name's Matt. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Jared. Nice to meet you. So what dish are we making today?
Yeah, I am making a chicken salad that has apples and walnuts.
Awesome. It sounds good. So how are you getting along with that?
Yeah, not too shabby. Honestly, never made a chicken salad before, and don't even eat it that often, but I'm excited to present it to the judges.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Attention, contestants of the Masked Chef. You have 5 minutes remaining.
Super nervous right now as the clock ticks down in these final minutes. Have to get plating done, make sure the presentation is nice, neat, and ready for the judges for presentation. But other than that, just putting the finishing touches on it right now.
I put out my spinach and arugula salad and topped it off with a couple of pieces of steak and some strawberries.
I was feeling a little discouraged because I knew my rice wasn't done, but I tasted my chicken and my chicken had all the flavors that it was supposed to have. So I didn't feel too bad because I knew the chicken was going to be good. But other than that, I was just like, dang it,
And now, the time we've all been waiting for, the contestants to be judged. And we'll have contestant number 1 come right up and present your dish to the judges, and then guess who created that dish. Contestant number 1, tell us about your dish that you made and how you went about it.
Yeah, so this is a sweet potato casserole, and I cooked the sweet potatoes and then layered it with sugar, marshmallow, butter, and cinnamon. And so I made a couple of different layers of that, and then I cooked it in the oven at 275. It was a really tasty dish and it reminds me a lot of the sweet potato pie I cook every Thanksgiving. Alexa.
All right, judges. Now for the contestant number 1. Which one of these judges do you believe made that dish?
Judge Mabel.
Judge Mabel has been recorded for the maker of the sweet potato casserole. Thank you, contestant number 1. You can go back to your station. Thank you, contestant number 1. Can we now have contestant number 2 come up and present your dish? Okay, contestant number 2, what dish did you make today? Can you present it to the judges?
Salmon strawberry beef today with a side of spinach and arugula salad.
Now, contestant number 2, who do you believe is the creator of this dish?
It was such a hard choice. Judge Abel, I think he was it.
It has been duly noted. Contestant number 2 believes that Abel is the creator of her dish. Thank you very much, contestant number 2. You can return back to your station.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you very much, contestant number 2. So can we please have contestant number 3 step right up for your moment of truth? Hello, contestant number 3. What dish did you make today?
I made a Caribbean chicken palu, I think that's how you say it.
Palau.
Palau?
Yeah.
Yeah, palau. It was supposed to be chicken, carrots, peas, and brown rice, but the rice didn't get done in time, so I just made the chicken over a salad. Served you the chicken over a salad instead of serving nothing at all.
Which one of these judges do you believe is the creator of that dish?
Miss Giraffe.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Duly noted. Mandy is the one that you have picked. Well, thank you very much, contestant number 3. You can return to your station. And thank you, contestant number 3. Now for our last and final contestant, contestant number 4. Could you please come up and present your dish? All right, contestant number 4, what dish did you make today?
So today I prepared for you a chicken salad with both grapes and walnuts. It's called a chicken salad with grapes and walnuts.
And whom one of the chefs do you believe is the creator of that salad?
I believe that Gigi is the creator.
All right. Duly noted that Gigi is the creator of the walnut salad. Thank you very much, contestant number 4.
Thank you.
You can return to your station. Now it is the moment of truth. We are to crown our winner for this competition. So, according to the scores, contestant 1 at 76, contestant 2 at 78, contestant 3 at 54, and contestant 4 at 82. So with that said, our runner-up is contestant number 1 with 76 points. Let's give her a round of applause. She'll be receiving a $50 gift card to a local restaurant. And congratulations. Now for our crowned winner, which is contestant number 4 with 82 points. That contestant will be receiving a $100 gift card to a local restaurant and a swag bag from Codman Square. And on one last note, there was only one person that was the contestant that got the right chef. Okay? And that was contestant number 3 with Mandy for the chicken pilau. That will bring us to a close of our first episode of Mass Chef. Thank you very much to our contestants and our judges for coming out today. And if you'd like to pick up your own copy of this cookbook, you can drop into one of our partner drop-in centers, which will be shown on the bottom of your screen. And again, thank you all of our judges and contestants for trying out all these recipes, and feel free to try them at home with your family. And with that said, your host, Jared Gucci Gray, is signing off.